Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Remake video. Something I've come unfamiliar with introducing on the channel. I thought I'd lost the power to do an intro for this game, but we have got some exciting news. In fact, I'm going to start referring it to Final Fantasy VII Remake, because finally we are getting an update on Thursday, June 16th, which is only 1 week away. And I cannot express how excited I am. Anyway, there's a few discrepancies. There's a few people debating if it is the remake and not other titles within the Final Fantasy VII story arc. But there are some major suggestions that it is going to be the remake. And if it isn't, it is going to be the biggest troll that Nomura and co have ever pulled on the Final Fantasy VII Remake community. Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about all the tweets, posts and things that have been put on social media today, why it's all pointing towards a remake update, and we're also going to talk about what potentially we could see in that update as well. So yeah, if you do like today's Final Fantasy VII Remake video, please hit that like button. If you don't hit the like button for this video, I don't know what you will hit the like button for, so smash that like button for me. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more FF7 Remake content. And with that being said, let's mosey. So yet at 10 AM British summertime, all the Square Enix and Final Fantasy VII Remake social media accounts tweeted out this. Join us next week for around 10 minutes to celebrate 25 years of Final Fantasy VII, co-stream the broadcast and share your reactions with hashtag Final Fantasy VII 25th. Please be excited. So straight away, it's very subtle, but why would they be telling you to co-stream it and get excited if it wasn't about the remake? And as you can see there, it's on June 16th and it's 3 PM Pacific time, 6 PM Eastern time, and 11 PM British Summer time. Save the date. And I will be streaming this myself on YouTube on the 16th of June, so if anybody wants to sit back, relax, and enjoy that 10 minutes with me, we'll probably live stream it, give our first initial reactions, and then do obviously a proper breakdown and reaction straight after it for YouTube. But yeah, I will be streaming that on YouTube next week. Now, you may be thinking, that doesn't totally suggest that this is going to be about the remake. You know, they could be trolling us and just obviously having things about, you know, Ever Crisis or maybe The First Soldier, because there is a Season 3 coming up for that, which I do think will feature in the 10 minutes. But the first and the biggest suggestion that this is going to be about the remake is the tweet added underneath this post on the Final Fantasy VII Remake Twitter account. We will be streaming Final Fantasy VII 25th Anniversary Celebration at only around 10 minutes long. So it'll be short and sweet, but we've packed in lots of information, so hopefully everyone will be looking forward to the unveiling. But then you take a closer look at those hashtags. It's got the obviously the Final Fantasy VII 25th Anniversary hashtag, it's got the Final Fantasy VII Remake hashtag, and it's got the Final Fantasy VII First Soldier hashtag. Now, they would not be using the remake hashtag if they didn't have remake information planned for June 16th. So as soon as I seen that, I knew we were getting the remake information. And it doesn't stop there. If you go over to the official Square Enix YouTube channel, you'll see that they've already put up the premiere for this live stream. And if you take a closer look at the information below, you'll see Final Fantasy VII 25th, and Final Fantasy VII Remake. It is confirmed. We are getting part 2 news this time next week. And you know what? It doesn't even stop there. There is plenty of more suggestions of why we're getting remake. I'm just at this moment in time, I'm just trying to totally convince you to get excited for next week. So next, Final Fantasy VII Remake tweeted out that this time last year we launched the remake Integrate on PlayStation 5. We hope you are looking forward to the 25th anniversary celebration broadcast next week. 2 things. One, they're making a point that they brought out remake information exactly a year previous. And secondly, in this same tweet, talking about the anniversary broadcast, talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake, the broadcast and remake, it couldn't be any more black and white. But if you're still not convinced, what if I was to tell you exactly 7 years, well, 7 years in a day, but 7 years ago they released the original Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer at E3, and now 7 years later they're getting us all hyped about information regarding the remake. You know, this is 5-head by Nomura by releasing the trailer near enough 7 years later. It's so 5-head from him. It is not all a coincidence. Now, the majority will be convinced, like myself, that we are getting remake news. But just in case there are any other people out there, if the hashtags used on both the tweets and obviously the YouTube premiere or the integrate and anniversary broadcast tweet doesn't convince you, several of these Square Enix employees have obviously took to Twitter to show their excitement and encouraging others to be excited as well. So firstly, Sunil, the senior social media manager for Square Enix, tweeted this: Final Fantasy VII fans right now, and then using a Final Fantasy VII Remake picture of Cloud smiling, so he definitely knows what's about to happen. Secondly, Patrick Keller, the voice of Zack Fair, tweeted, "You heard it," so you know he's getting involved. It's obviously something surrounding Zack maybe as well. We might see something about him, which I'd be totally excited for. Also, Ibs, the senior influencer relations manager at Square Enix, tweeted, "Do not miss this." I mean, what else would he not want us to miss? You know, Season 3 First Soldier? The fact that the remake could be going to Xbox and PC? I don't think so. It's going to be Remake Part 2 news. Let's go. Let's get excited. I know I am. But, you know, let's talk briefly on what we can expect. You know, it's going to be a 10-minute preview. By the looks of it, it's going to be First Soldier based and Final Fantasy VII Remake based. If it is those two games only, because obviously they're only using those hashtags across all social media, then the first 5 minutes or so, maybe a bit longer, will be about this, you know, Season 3 of First Soldier. And maybe we can get a few minutes on the remake alone. I'd be happy with just a small teaser trailer. I don't think we're going to get a release date because I really don't see them telling us that if it is in 2024, because a lot of people suggesting that it won't be next year now, because obviously Final Fantasy 16, they've never released two major titles in the same calendar year. So the only window this kind of leaves open is the back end of this year, and I think that is pretty much too soon. So I don't think we're going to get any type of release date, although I wish I'm totally wrong. But yeah, I'd be totally happy for a quick 30-second trailer, a little bit of a hint of what we're going to expect, maybe a few new locations, maybe showing us a bit of, obviously, Calm, maybe even getting a first glimpse of the Midgar Zolom or the surrounding areas, and you never know, we may see some new characters in there as well. But let me know how excited you are in the comments down below. I want to talk to people about this. I want to know their theories of what we could expect. I want to know what everybody is hoping for. Do you want to see Calm? Do you want to see new characters that we haven't seen in the first part? Do you want to see the Costa del Sol? What are you excited to see in this update? And yeah, that is it for today's Final Fantasy VII Remake video. Please hit the like button, help this video get up in the YouTube algorithm for me. It really will help out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already for more Final Fantasy VII Remake content. And yeah, that's the video.